The final score tonight here from Durham Park, the Cotuit Cavaliers 7, the Bourne Braves 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Postgame Tomahawk Talk. I'm Adam Gackett alongside Sean Brennan, the beat reporter for the Bourne Braves. And today's game, a very similar story as a lot of the games recently for this Bravo squad. A good start, and then things kind of fell apart as the game went on.
Yeah, well, I mean, you said it best. We saw it in the two games previous to this where the Braves go down, then put together a good stretch where they battle back, tie the game, but then just can't finish it off. And today it was a little different. They took a 3-0 lead, capitalized on some mistakes on Cotuit's side, and then they just went flat. Ended with 3 hits, as you can see on the scoreboard there. They had 2 hits, I believe, in the first 4 innings. And yeah, head coach Scott Landers just says that they need to compete more across the board. You know, you can't come out and start hot and then go flat the rest of the game, but that's what's been happening.
And it's not just the bats that have had these issues, but the pitching staff as well. Zane Adams today starts off with 3 scoreless innings, gets into a little bit of trouble, gives up 3 runs, but you're still in the game at that point. But then the bullpen comes in and things just completely fall apart.
Right, well, yeah, and Landers was very complimentary of Adams because, like most starters in this recent stretch, he did enough to keep them in this game. 3 spotless innings, and then, you know, runs into a bit of trouble in the 4th, but then you go to the pen, and Crotchfeld comes in, gives up a couple runs, and at that point, you know, Cotuit's rolling. This is a team that is very strong offensively, and when they get hot, they're not going to let up, and we saw that tonight.
Well, this is pretty much just, I feel like, the perfect encapsulation of what the game of baseball is and what it does, because there's just times where you go through slumps. This is the sport. This is why we love it so much. This is why some people hate it so much. Yeah. And in a 40-game season, things are really difficult because, you know, you go on a little skid like this. If this is the majors and you're playing 162, it's no issue at all. But here in the Cape, when you're playing just 40, things can be really difficult. But, you know, this team just has to try and figure out some way to turn it around.
Yeah, well, I think the message from what I've heard amongst the dugout and the team is that it's baseball, and things like this happen. As Chris said it tonight again, you know, this happens. This is what the game is, and, you know, I don't think it's late enough to press the panic button yet. You know, we always talk about how the Cape is 3 seasons with guys coming in and out, but Chris also said that you got to start to put it together. And sometimes, you know, for some teams that takes longer than others, and we might be seeing it take a bit longer here. So, you know, nobody's happy with this, but everybody is acknowledging that this is baseball and sometimes this happens.
I think that was a good way to put it there. There's no need to press the panic button because, again, at the end of the day in the Cape League, there's 10 teams, 8 of them make the playoffs. Season ends today. The Bravos make it in. So no need to push the panic button just yet. Bourne will be back at home tomorrow night at 6 p.m. We'll see you here at Durham Park.